Basically the point is that we want to bust this myth that the arts degree is not an unemployable degree. There are so many
It's not.
avenues.
It's definitely not.
Absolutely, there are so many avenues that are available.
There are a lot of other things which you can get into pursuing this degree, even if it is not related to arts.
Hi, thank you for watching the Unbox College podcast. Please remember, we are not career counselors, nor are we experts in the fields in which we work. These podcasts are just so we can pass on information and stories and equip students with insights into college life and culture. We hope you enjoy. Thank you.
Hi guys, welcome to the Unbox College podcast. Today we're talking to Tanishka, who is doing her Bachelor of Arts from Symbiosis College of Arts and Commerce. And we are going to talk to her about her degree, what it means to do a degree in economics, the subjects and what it entails. So we're really excited to have you today, Tanishka. Thank you so much for doing this and taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So can you tell me a little bit about like entrance exams and how you made the decision, to study economics? Was it always in the cards?
No, it was not. It was actually a pretty spontaneous decision because even I was unsure about what I wanted to pursue. I was thinking of mass communication and mass media. So I talked to my friends and I talked to my relatives, and they are like, you don't necessarily need to pursue mass media in order to join it or in order to work in that industry. Plus, I already did my internship in an advertising agency, and there were literally engineers and doctors who were into advertising. So that was, pretty surprising for me too. So I was like, fine. So then I'll do arts, and then one of my relative is like, you'll have broader perspective on things, not just confined to mass media. So you'll have an upper hand.
Yeah.
So that's why I decided, fine, I'll just do arts.
Yeah. All right. So you decided to do arts. What were the colleges that you looked at, and what were the entrance exams like?
So I just looked at two colleges, Ferguson College and Symbiosis, because I was already in Ferguson for 11th and 12th grade. So that was an option, and then Symbiosis, that's it. And I was like completely, hoping that I get into one of them. Otherwise, I'll have to take a year off.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. That can be a very, very stressful time when, you completely put your, you pin all your hopes on a couple of colleges.
Yeah, that's not what people are supposed to do, but that's what I mean.
That's how it is. But the good thing is you got in, and
yes, exactly.
Yeah. So what were the entrance exams like for both these colleges?
So I did not have any entrance exam as such. Right. For Symbiosis, I did not have. So, but it depends on different colleges, For this branch of Symbiosis, there are no entrance exams. But for other branches, they do have set Symbiosis entrance exams. So you'll have to get in. So you have to study for that exam. And it's pretty basically general knowledge stuff. They'll test you on English, in maths, and, general knowledge. Yeah, that's it.
Absolutely.
That's what I know about that exam.
Yeah, but you didn't have to give that exam. So how did the admission process look? How did the admission process look? You just had to submit a couple of documents?
Yeah, I just had to submit a couple of documents. That's it.
Right. Okay. So you did a bachelor's in arts, right? And then you did a specialization in economics. Am I right?
Economics.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, okay. So how did your degree look? And what was your first year subjects? What were the subjects like? What exactly did they teach you then?
So in the first year, we had all the subjects. So economics, psychology, we had two of the English subjects, and geography, political science. So it was pretty interesting though in the first year. So in the second year, you had to choose a specialization, and we had options from English, economics, and psychology. And then two other subjects, which are like the optional subjects. And even for that, it's like, you have to give your subjects, and if you get it, you get it.
Correct.
It also depends on the college which subjects they assign you.
Correct. So they sort of have a role in defining your academic path. All right. So,
yeah, they do.
Yeah, that makes sense, and that is very, very common in India. Obviously, you take jo milta hai wo you take, and then you go ahead. That's really cool. So all of these are very, very traditional subjects and very theory-based subjects. Would I be right in saying that?
Yeah.
So how did it work? So you had typical, how did the externals and internals, etc. work in Symbiosis College?
So basically we have a 20 marks MCQ test,
Acha.
and 20 mark assignment. So that is 40 marks internals. And then we have a 60 mark paper, like semester end exams.
Correct.
And for economics, pretty much everything is theory. Everything. So you don't
Everything
have
is
to go in for practicals or anything as such. You just have to read up a lot about stuff, and you have to read up a lot about other stuff as well. Whatever they tell you to research about, it's pretty much research based, I
all
would
right.
say.
All right. That makes sense. And okay, can you tell me? I think you would be a better person to explain this. What is the
Yeah.
difference between doing a BA in economics, like what you did, and a BSc in economics?
So I have no, I mean, idea
You,
about it as such, but what I can tell you about my course is like, I had other subjects as well. I think BSc would be more, into economics. Right
yeah.
now, my optional subjects, I have like English, two English, and I've taken geography as well. And that's pretty much, it's not just confined to just economics, which I like personally.
A couple of my friends have done BSc economics, and I
Okay.
think one difference is, and at least from what I've heard, one difference is that the BSc has a lot more numericals and a lot more
Yeah, yeah.
a lot more number based. At least my friend who specialized later in macroeconomics had a lot to do with numbers, etc. So probably that is one of the differences. We
Yeah,
would
we
have
do have
to.
honors for that in Symbiosis. We have honors for that. So it's
All
like
right.
you know, specialization plus honors. So in honors, you have a lot of numerical based stuff, and you have to write research papers and that everything.
All right. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah. That's really cool. So we've spoken about externals and internals. Can you tell me a little bit about like college culture and how, were there a lot of fests? Were there a lot of extracurriculars? What was the college culture like at Symbiosis?
So Symbiosis is the best college for cultural activities because they have a lot of extracurriculars, a lot. And see, so I am at the SB Road branch, okay, and it's
Yeah,
like one single lane and it's done. It's pretty small compared to all the other Symbiosis. But
correct.
once you enter in, you have like a group of people who will be practicing their dance routine, and there's another group who will be playing like playing their guitar and singing to it. So it's like you feel good while entering the college. And then
Correct.
you have drama club, you have sports club, and then there's this facility of liberal arts. There are a lot of things to do, lot of things.
Wow, that's incredible. I think college that really defines college culture and it makes the entire
Yeah.
college going experience a lot more fun. Can you tell me a little bit about like internships? Were you able to do any internships while you're doing your degree, or is the course very rigorous that you can't really
No,
multitask?
it's not. See, that's the best thing about the course. It's like it's very flexible. The timings also, right now, my college timings are 7:30 to, 11 to 1.
Yeah,
So I get the rest of the day for other activities.
yeah,
So I used to play badminton. So I was able to pursue that. And then I did a diploma course for 6 months.
yeah.
The
Wow,
6-month long course in sports science. So I
wow,
completed that as well. And right now I completed with my internship and I've started working in a sports club.
wow.
So it is a pretty good thing because of the timings and the flexibility, you can pursue other things as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that gives a lot of room for you to, explore different avenues, etc. You will have to hear more
Yeah.
about this sports science um, diploma that you did, but that's a topic for another video probably. Okay, so but are classmates also doing internships like in companies, maybe in marketing positions, maybe in some HR positions, etc.
So Symbiosis does not have a placement cell as such for art students, but the teachers are very helpful. So
Yeah,
if you just have to go and talk to them,
yeah,
just because, so they have a placement cell for commerce but not for economics. But if
correct.
you go and talk to the teachers, so
Yeah.
they'll be more than happy to help you out with whatever things you want to do. So they'll get you in touch with people who are working in companies, and then there you can go in and work. So that's what some of the people have been doing. They're in touch with the teachers, and that's how they get contacts, and that's how they're
Uh-huh.
building up their profile and everything. That's how they've been working and interning.
Correct.
For me, uh, I honestly looked for internships, and just because of this degree, I did the sports ka thing as well, so I was more inclined towards that.
Yeah.
But right now also my position is like sales manager, and I'm into operations and business development.
Correct.
So obviously, economics comes into play,
Correct.
even if it's related to sports.
100%. You're right. And skills are transferable. I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
One criticism of the arts degree and one, sort of stereotyping or whatever you want to call
Hmm.
it, the way it's often branded is that the arts degree is not employable. It's not a very, very employable degree, which, the fact that your college, like the Symbiosis College of Arts and Commerce, doesn't have a placement system for art
Yeah.
student is sort of testament to that fact. So can you just tell me about, like, you have friends who are doing the same degree as you are and you are working, so it's not like jobs are not available, but what are the kind
Yeah.
of jobs that people do? What are the kind of roles that people can go to?
From economics, you can go into, analyst, business management, uh, journalism. You can also pursue journalism,
Yeah.
and banking. You can get into banking field, and
Wow.
operations, HR. So, that is just related to economics.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of other things which you can get into pursuing this degree.
Correct.
Even if it is not related to arts or whatever you are doing, it's
Yeah.
like pretty flexible. The degree is pretty flexible because you can, work on your skills on that time, in that time.
Yeah. And what about
So even if
masters?
you're, yeah,
And what
for
about masters?
masters, I mean, for masters, MB, whatever. The thing is, it depends on the college actually what their requirements are.
Yeah.
So if you have an arts degree, it's pretty much, there are a lot of things which you can pursue for masters. It's not like, if you're into architecture, you need to have an architecture degree to go into
Correct.
masters. It's not like
Correct.
that. So if you
Correct.
want to do, if you want to go into advertising, like I said, I used to work in an advertising agency. For that, you can pursue that. You can go into mass communication, mass media, MBA. Like there are a lot of other options as well.
Absolutely. You're right. In fact, at Unbox College, we also got to speak to somebody who's done a BA in psychology from Ferguson College,
Okay.
the other college you applied to, and now she's doing MBA, and she's doing an MBA from IIM Bangalore, and she then gets to
Wow.
take on a consultant position in one of these
Hmm.
gigantic companies like McKinsey, etc. In fact, we'll put that video in the description in case anybody else wants to check it out. Basically the point is that we want to bust this myth that the arts degree is not it's not an unemployable degree. There are so many
It's not.
avenues.
It's definitely not.
Absolutely, there are so many avenues that are available, and it's just a growing field, and people are required. So as long as you develop
Yeah.
some skills on the side and round yourself out as a professional, I'm sure there are endless opportunities that are going to come anybody's way. I think that's really
Yeah.
cool. Anything else you think people should know about the arts degree, about Symbiosis College of Arts and Commerce, about
See,
entrance exam, anything?
an entrance exam, I don't think anybody needs to worry about that if they're going to
Yeah.
Symbiosis College of Arts
Yeah.
and Commerce.
Uh-huh.
And then otherwise, it's very flexible. It's actually what you make of the degree. If you think it's a useless degree, then obviously it will remain useless to you because that's what you're going in.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what your mentality will be going into that degree.
Absolutely.
It's actually the best thing about it is it's pretty flexible. I mean, if you
Yeah.
are into something else, if your passion is something else, like if suppose for me, I was a sports person, I was able to pursue that as well. And
Yeah.
which is a very good thing for me because I could use my knowledge from my economics degree and put it into something I like. Like I'm working in a sports club right now. So this knowledge is useful for me. And
Correct.
I'm very happy with it.
Correct. That's
So it's
incredible.
like, yeah,
Yeah, and the degree is what you make it. I think that applies across fields, and that is extremely relevant.
exactly. It's what you make of it.
Absolutely, that's really cool, yeah. And thank you so much, Tanishka. I think this was extremely useful. We are going to put this video up, and we're also going to put the details of Tanishka and people like Tanishka who've done some really cool degrees in the description below, so you can reach out to them and sign up for the Unbox College Plus program. And hopefully, we will have another conversation with you soon about your diploma in sports science. That is something that
Yes,
is really
definitely.
And all right, Tanishka, thank you so much for doing this. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. All right. Okay, guys. Have a great day.